Hey y'all, you may have seen other videos that I've done where I call it Pull It Together and I walk you through a design plan that I've already created. But what I thought might be fun to do is to show you that process, how I weed out different fabrics and just how it's done. So what I'm gonna walk you through, this is actually one for a friend of mine, and she selected a fabric already, and then we're gonna base some other things around it. Now, this is just a refresh of their room, which if you've put a room together, you know, to redo the whole thing is a whole thing in and of itself. But a lot of times you just need some new pillows, a little, new piece of side furniture, something like that to make it new again. So with this, she found this fabric, and you can't see the whole thing, but it's a woodland scene. And in it, you've got all different greens, and there's a little titch of blue right there. So what she is going to do with this is there's a big cocktail ottoman. She has two small girls, and the cocktail ottoman has gotten some wear through the years. So this is going to be a slipcover that she's going to have made. Her upholstery pieces around that, her sofas, her chairs, those are great. So what we're really looking for with the fabrics I'm going to look at today are just pillow fabrics. And what I would like to do is 4 pillows total on a sofa. So that is 2 on this side, 2 on this side, but just 2 different contrasting pillows. So normally what I like to do is for the back ones, do maybe an all over pattern or a solid that's got a cool trim or design on it. And then the one on the front would be more of a statement fabric. And that's just simply because you'll be able to see the front one better. So this is what we've got. Now, just to give you a little background, since she is a friend of mine, I do know what her current space looks like. She is not in town, but currently they have a lot of yellow, like a soft yellow throughout their current space. So they're probably not going to get rid of all of that right now. This is a transition. So we have this base fabric. I hope that gave you some background. We have this base fabric that is going to be, like I said, a slipcover for a cocktail ottoman. So then what I start doing is just weeding through fabric. So I want to find my pattern, my complementary fabric first. So these are ones, I went to the design center here in Atlanta. These are all Tebow fabrics. They're one of my favorite companies to use. And I did that mainly because the main pattern that we're basing everything on is already from Tebow. So I know that the colors will coordinate well. So this, I'm gonna have to look at it my way. Let me pull my glasses down. Okay, so we've got this fabric. I hope you can see, I tried to angle it down more. So this fabric, I do like this one because it kind of repeats that foliage look. Not real sure that green is the green I'm looking for. So it's more of a maybe. All right, then I have this fabric, which I've already filtered through a lot of these, so these are like my final ones. I do like this with it. I was not thinking I would lean more brown. So if I do this, I'm gonna pull in more green. Another thing I like is you can see the yellow. So like I said previously, she'll be able to incorporate a lot of her existing stuff. So this one I really do like. I think those are fun together. If I use this, the next fabric I would want to use would be a little bit brighter. And she does have a lot of natural light in her room. So there's that. I'm really pretty much whittling that one out. Okay, this one I really do like. Like I said, I want to brighten it up. So you've got the green and like a tan, not so much a gold, but a pretty tan. So if this were, you've got the ottoman here, so it would not be right on top. And then you could have this pillow and then that pillow. Actually, I'd probably layer it like that. And I love that because, like I said, this one brightens it up. It pulls in that lighter, and then there is a little bit of yellow. So I like that whole thing. This one I do like. It's a little bit thicker fabric. Again, it pulls in that foliage pattern or theme that's going on. It's not quite the green that I'm looking for, but I still like it because this lighter green there are a lot of tones in here. So I think that actually could work pretty well. I'm gonna put that maybe in the more definites. I always love a good animal print. Okay, I do love this. And if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I love pattern on pattern. I do love this. I'm not totally sure that this is the direction I wanna go. This could be a cool chair later on if she does reupholster a chair. Also, I love this because it is this indoor high performance. So that means it can take a lot of wear and tear, and it is stain resistant. All right, this one, love, it's an embroidered fabric, pulling in that tan. So I actually really like this one because it's lighter without being really stark. All right. Then I do have, I've got just a solid. If I were to do a solid, I would maybe even pull in a fabric to put on a pillow, but I would most definitely do a cool trim of that. But some other things, like I said, you've got this little bit of blue. Now, when you see the entire fabric, which her cocktail ottoman is big, when you see the entire fabric, you will see more of that blue. So I normally like using 3 colors, 2 main and 1 pop. So with this, green and brown would be the 2 main colors, and then either a pop of yellow or a pop of blue. So I really love this. I have another blue to choose from. They're very similar, same manufacturer. But I think I like this lighter one, so I'm gonna throw that in the no. Okay, so I have quite a few. I've said no to the animal print. So let's look at all the ones I've whittled it down to, just so I can see them all in one place. All right, so I have this. Now I have that. It's just a matter of what way I want to head. Okay, I think this is a definite. This is going to be my heavy pattern one. And then to partner with that, I like this. Yep, I like this little family situation here. And with this, I would pull in some trim that has the gold in it. So I love that. I think that would be a pretty little pillow. I think that would be a pretty little pillow. Either one of those. And then maybe just a cord. Not quite the color I'm looking for, but actually I kind of do like that. So maybe just a cord on this one, and, or, you know what? I'm gonna change my mind. Since this would be the back pillow, I like this little loop braid as the trim. And then on this one, I like that green cord. Okay, so that's option 1. And this is if I go more gold. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to send her both color combinations. All right, so now we have here, and with this one, I'm gonna do this blue, and this blue will be my back pillow. So, Yeah, I like that. All right, those are great. I like this better. So we're pulling in the green. We have this one. This would be my back pillow, and there's that. So I have this one that I love because it's got blue and green. Maybe that, or that. You know, I think I kind of like pulling the blue on this one since this fabric is mainly green. Yeah, I'm loving that. And what I might do for this is the all over pattern. And then, no, maybe. Gonna have to think on this one a little bit more. But I might like to do solid pillow all around with this on just one side with a little bit of blue border. I don't know if that makes sense, but really marrying these together. Maybe this will give you a better idea. So it would be like this one and then probably that much around it on the pillow. And then just this solid on back. And I would probably just do a contrast solid cord. So like, this is the family that we're talking about right here. I know that seems like a really involved pillow, but that's why I like custom pillows. So I want your insight. Do you like this situation here where I'm pulling in the blue and the tan? Or do you like this situation? You know what, actually, yep, that's it. This situation where I'm gonna pull in the gold. So just, I changed my mind. We're going to do this one as that pillow. And then this, because I love that's got the blue and the gold, so this will be the whole pillow with a little square in between. So I love this. All right, let me know which one you prefer. Do you like the gold or do you like the blue pattern? All right, thanks so much. Y'all have a good day.